Creativity is often defined as the ability to transcend rational, logical thought to produce original ideas. Some, however, say it involves transforming ideas, imagination, and dreams into reality. Me? Well, I think it's a process of discovery that's learnable, no matter how you look at it. But before we dive in too deep, take just a moment to get out the lesson for this handout, the cycle of creativity. It'll be most helpful if you have it and you can follow along. So pause the video. Okay, do you have it? Great. Now, whenever you have a stress, you've learned how to flip that worry into a goal that could reduce that stress. It's also true that having a goal can produce doubt about your ability to achieve it. But that's okay. That's normal. It's so normal to doubt your own abilities that it is often where our mind goes almost immediately after we've imagined a goal. You don't know exactly how to get there, so a part of our mind projects that negative that since we don't know how, we worry that we won't be able to. What I'm saying is, it's important to understand that doubt about a goal is normal and can be predictable. Knowing that, you can avoid falling into the trap of worrying that I can't. You might think it, but you don't have to believe it, and that's the key. Instead, you'll be able to say to yourself, hey, I'm having this moment of doubt. Let me take a step back and acknowledge it, but not let it automatically determine what I do next. When you recognize doubt and know how to calm your body by breathing and relaxing, which you know how, as well as by reassuring yourself and thinking positive, which you also know how to do, you create the necessary steps to be more productive and successful. And you can even have fun too. That's being creative. Let's take a look at the handout a little closer now with a personal story of mine. When I got shot, I had a $30,000 hospital bill I couldn't pay. I didn't have any health insurance either. My stress in the center of the cycle was an unpaid bill. The goal was simple too, paying the bill. And the doubt, well, that was how is it even possible to pay that much? And my worry, of course, was that I can't. Fortunately, I've been practicing the proactive stress response for a number of years. I developed the habit of responding to doubt by moving past I can't to the next step in the cycle. I even remember thinking, no problem, I'll apply the same process to this challenge too. And the funny thing was, 4 weeks later, I was back out giving talks. And in one of those talks, I was sharing my shooting story along with my challenge of paying the bill. Someone asked me, so how are you going to pay your hospital bill? My answer wasn't much different than 4 weeks earlier. I said, I don't know, but I'm working on it. Maybe they'll let me pay, a monthly payment, which is certainly a step towards the goal of paying it, although that would take a long time. Then at a later lecture, another person spoke up and taught me about the Texas Crime Victims Compensation Board, which was established to help victims of violent crime. Ah, clarity. Now I know how. That's what I had. I had clarity, all because I was open about my issues and to solutions to solving them. Now I could see clearly how to reach my goal of paying off that bill. I just applied to the fund. I applied and was approved. I was even reimbursed for what I had paid so far and paid for the time I missed at work. Wow. Some people might say I was lucky, but luck implies I had nothing to do with it. I don't believe that. I believe that my being open to possibilities and my willingness to ask for help were steps I took persisting towards achieving my goal. I don't think I would have found out about that fund otherwise. I certainly hadn't known about it before then. Of course, I spent plenty of time breathing and relaxing whenever stress about finances rears its ugly head. I still do today. But I also keep thinking about solutions. I persisted in thinking about my goal and imagining steps I could take towards it. I stayed open to possibilities and shared my process with family and friends and in workshops whenever I could. As you can see, the cycle of creativity incorporates all the previous steps you've learned in the proactive stress response. It helps you move through doubt and turn worries into actions, which then move you in the direction of your goals. And finally, it shows you how to persist until you get clarity about how to succeed. Now, this is not guaranteed to produce whatever you want in life. I'm not promising you an Academy Award. What I am promising is that these models can help you recognize your stress quicker and move through it faster. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you my 4-square decision-making matrix for harmonious living. It's actually simpler than it might sound. See you then.